Right, guys, so last night I got home from the gym, trying to get fit for medical and everything like that, and I started watching Cruising with Crew, which is a very, very amazing YouTube channel I've been watching for the past couple of months. I'll leave a link to that channel in my description. Lucy on it is very knowledgeable about anything and everything you need to know. But on it, she said that we might not be able to get off the ship at all in any ports. So my whole reason to work on the cruise ship was to be able to go out, travel, experience the world that I just couldn't afford to do by myself. So now I've got to double think. Do I carry on with my I say application, but I've already been offered the job. My process I'm going through to get onto the ship, because I've still got to do my medical. I've still got to get the British Seaman's card. I've still got to get the Australian visa, and blah blah blah. So far I've spent over £1,500 plus in getting all this done. So I thought, before I make up my mind yes or no, I have done a poll which will run out, I think, 2 o'clock tomorrow morning on my Twitter account, which I shall leave a link to that in the description as well. So I thought I'll read into it, see what's going on. And the CDC, so the Centre of Disease Control and Prevention, which is writing up all the new rules and stuff for cruising industry and other travel industries, have stated that once you start on a ship, you will have to, you got to quarantine for 14 days in single room occupancy, but where you get your own private bathrooms, you get everything just one-on-one. And what I am thinking of this is, after the 14 days, then you'll move into a cabin with somebody else, because I can't see big cruise lines giving away rooms that they could sell on to someone that's actually going to pay to be there. Which, the 14 days, I don't mind. I can cope with that. That's nothing. That's fine. They got TVs. They got decent beds. They love everything. They love a decent view of the sea and just anything you can think of when you're cruising as a holiday maker. I will ramble on a bit on this because you will not believe how wound up I am. They're also going to instruct crew to remain in the cabins as much as possible during non-working hours. So that means they're going to be closing all the crew bars, they'll be closing the gyms, they'll be closing anything that you can do as a group. So they're going to try and enforce everyone to stay within social distancing of 6 foot or 2 meters, which, yeah, I can get. That's understandable because there's still a pandemic going on. I mean, all you have to do is look at India, see how their numbers are rising still. You got America, who I'm not too sure on there, but Australia's got theirs under control, which they've basically had from day one, because they didn't piss us around. New Zealand, they're under control, but it's going to be countries like that's going to be saying no to cruise ships, I reckon, for a few months, possibly even a year. But if you're doing like cruises to other countries and stuff like that, and as a shoppy I could be working up to 13 hours a day from the day we leave Southampton to, say, the day we get to, just for an example, America. You'll be working every single day until you get to there, and then you get a time off whilst you're in port. So we'll be working all those hours, we'll go into a port, and then we'll have to either stay on a crew deck or in your cabin. For me, it was working all those hours all those days in a row, my reward for that was going to be able to get off the ship, to go experience some different things, which I'm not going to be able to do now for at least, I reckon, a year and a half. They've not stayed how long it's going to be yet. So I've had to take all that information on within the space of about 10 hours, I think. I'll watch that last video. But I've also looked into, because the agency I'm going to be going through deal with P&O and Cunard, and they'll still be doing cruises around Britain. So it's like P&O will be doing 6-night holidays from June 27th through to September 19th, 2021 on the Britannia. And they're also going to be using their new ship, the Iona, which is going to be offering a 7-night itinerary from August 7th to September 18th, 2021. So I'm guessing that's the time they've got to figure out what they're going to be doing thereafter, to see if they can go further afield. And Cunard is going to be offering the same. They're going to be doing cruises of Britain with different stops, different ports, but they're going to be using their luxury ship, Queen Elizabeth. So I'll still be doing my job. I'll still be doing what I've wanted to do, except I'll be cruising around Britain. And as I'm from Britain, I can tell you now that every port is going to look exactly the bloody same. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but it could be the bloody same. So I've now got to think, do I want to do this as soon as I can, as soon as I've been waiting a year, or do I want to be taking some extra time because I'm still going to need to get my vaccines. I still got to get my yellow fever vaccine. My medical's booked for next month. I'm not going to have to rush around as much to get my Seaman's card, Seaman book. I'm not going to have to rush around to get my Australian visa. Well, hopefully they might even let you on the boat without the Australian visa if you're only doing Britain. But I can't see that happening because you need it all. But you got to pay for the Seaman's book, which I think's about... I'm not actually going to guess because I did know the price, but it's gone at the moment. Australian visa's free, which is a good thing with the amount we spend before we even get on the boat. Especially if you come from a background where you have to save just to get the basic stuff. I was that pissed off earlier on thinking about it that I actually put out a Snapchat to my mates explaining it, and I even finished it with, if you think about getting in contact with me for some piddly ass little problems that they could deal with themselves, don't bother, because until I can figure out what this is going to be, I'm not going to be in the best of moods. Which, it's understandable, people do get into those kind of moods, don't they? Some of them can be really happy, next minute, bang, they got bloody rage on. Whereas with me, you got to push and push and push and push until I start getting angry. And I think this is going to be the tip of the iceberg at the moment, not being over dramatic or anything like that. But when you're looking at possibly your dream job, well, non-existing anymore, you get this feeling of, what's the point? You do stuff to help your friends out, you do stuff to help your family out if they're down. And then it comes to the time where you finally get to a place in your life where you've landed the job you've wanted, you can do what you've always wanted, and then something happens, such as COVID-19, and then that could just completely ruin it. I mean, I had a 5-year plan and everything. It was do a few contracts on cruise ships, get enough money saved up so I can move to a different country, such as my dream country would have been Australia to go and live to. Because I can work in zoos, I've got my animal management qualifications, I've got animal care qualifications, so I could go and do zoo work, I can work on farms, I can work anywhere where there's animal care, obviously. But I was looking at doing training as well to be able to do like conservation on the Great Barrier Reef and stuff like that. And if I don't do this, then that's also going to be flushed down the shitter. So yeah, went to the gym last night thinking, yeah, get fit, push it out, go as hard as I can to lose some weight, and then I come home, lie down on my bed, watch YouTube videos, which I'll do a little bit, and then that was it. It's just like, great. Everything I've just everything I've saved for, everything I've done for this job, if I don't go for it, it's been a complete and utter waste of time, waste of funding, because if I say no now, I've lost that money, I won't get it back. And I'll have to stay in a job that I don't fucking like. Sorry, didn't mean to swear then, but I'll have to keep doing the job I don't like doing at the moment, which is working in a nightclub on the doors. I mean, don't get me wrong, I used to love it to bits. It used to be fucking amazing. I used to go there, have a laugh with my team, and then it just changed. It's like, we don't even get decent pay for it anymore. We're on what, £10, £12, something like that. And I think the bar staff get £1 less when we're on the £10 a night, or £10 an hour for the night. So, one, that's not worth it at all. The festivals, they're banging. If you can get on festivals whilst doing security, do it. But I don't think they're going to be the same anytime soon either. So now I've just got to sit back and see what happens. I've got to weigh up the pros and cons. I've got to weigh up the money I've spent. I've got to see what I can do if I don't go on the cruise ship. And to be honest, I honestly don't know what to do at the moment. I mean, if you're watching this and you're also working on cruises, or you're waiting to work on cruise ships, comment, let me know your thoughts, let me know what you think about, see if you think it's still worth doing it. Or if you watch this and you're already working on cruise ships, let me know what you think. If you want to learn more, I always watch, as I say, Cruising with Crew. I watch Chris Wong, which I'll put a link to his YouTube as well, because he'll know more. But yeah, I honestly don't know what to say now. I've run out of stuff to say. I even made a list to keep me on track, and I've burnt through that straight away. I mean, yeah, what would you do? Comment down the bottom, and don't forget to subscribe and try and hit that like button. Help me to grow, because obviously being on the boat, I can still keep my YouTube channel going. I can still show you guys what it's like. But that's another thing. If I don't, then I've wasted my time doing YouTube. I've wasted my viewers' time doing YouTube. And at the moment, I'm just stuck at a dead end at the moment. I'm stuck between a fucking rock and a hard place. And yeah, so don't forget, check out some of the links I'll post. Check out the 2 cruise channels I've mentioned, because they're shit hot with their information. But they've been doing it for a lot longer than I have. So, but until next time, guys, Thanks for taking the time to watch. And just going to leave you with some words now. Just do what makes you happy now. I know some of you guys have been through shit, helping friends, helping families and stuff like that. Take time, work on you. Make sure you're happy. Follow your dreams, follow your goals. If anything gets in the way, if you want to start a new job and your family member go, oh, I wouldn't do that, you've got a job now, go for it. You don't know until you do it. Fuck everybody else. But yeah, so until next time, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and hit that like button. Until next time, guys, take it easy.